Hey everyone, it's Jeff from Modern Combat and Survival, and one of the core concepts in our dirt cheap gun training program is that you don't need to go to the gun range in order to get realistic training with a firearm. In fact, you can get even better training in your own house using nothing but training aids like dry fire and airsoft guns and things like that. In fact, when you go to the range, what typically people are doing is they're just practicing to get their shot groups really tight, and it's usually on a static target that is just a piece of paper with an outline drawn on it. But what I want to show you right now is one of the things that we talk about in dirt cheap gun training is how to use different targets within your home that's much more realistic. One of those that we talk about is the Bob training dummy. So if you don't know who Bob is, this is Bob. Now Bob can be picked up at most sporting goods stores, or you can order them online. And basically it's a fleshy punching dummy made for martial arts and boxing. He's even wearing the Everlast, I think, boxing trunks right here. One of the things I like about Bob is, number one, he looks realistic. He is, has even the same skin tone. And what I like most about it is you can also practice close quarters combat on him as well, even incorporating firearms training and close quarters combat at the same time. So he has a weighted base. You can move him around different parts of your house to have different locations that you train in, things like that. And anyway, just a really, really realistic training aid that you can do. But unless you are being attacked by a shirtless boxer in your home with no arms, it's really not all that realistic. I mean, it's more realistic than a paper target, but there's ways to do it even better. So quickly, what I want to show you is some things that we do to these targets to make them more realistic in your firearms training, your dry fire and airsoft and things like that. So all you really need is, first you need like a Bob training dummy. And what we're going to do is we're just going to make him look more realistic. So one of the things you can do is I pick up a pair of really large BDU bottoms. You can get any color. You can even use old jeans that you have, which probably works even better. It's more realistic. But I've seen a lot of homeless people wearing BDUs and stuff like that. So home invaders could be wearing BDUs. In any case, all you do is just basically create a wraparound. Just cut the back of it, and I'm just going to go ahead and put it around here, and then just take a clip in the back just to piece it all together like this. So all of a sudden now Bob has legs instead of just a plastic torso. And then again, unless you're being attacked by a shirtless thug, which I suppose could happen if you're watching any YouTube videos. But anyway, just giving him a shirt here. And just pull this down. So it gives him more of an upper torso. Now, there's a lot you can do also just with giving him more realism, even just his head. So one of the things that we do is go to a Halloween store, especially during closeout. Like right after Halloween is a great opportunity to get really inexpensive, like super deals on Halloween stuff. But we just got a wig from a Halloween store. This is actually the Tommy Chong wig, and it's really inexpensive. I think I picked this up for about $12 or $13 full retail, and so you can get it for like $5 or $7. If you're getting it there. So now he's got the kind of the thuggish haircut there. You put a bandana, put the Tommy Chong bandana around his head, and now he looks like well, he looks more like Rambo now. But anyway, if you don't like Sylvester Stallone, it gives him a lot more realism. You can also add other things to him as well. You can give him a mustache, you can give him a beard, put some sunglasses on him, and now he looks more like Keith Richards, I suppose. But anyway, so now you have a more realistic target to shoot at inside your home. It adds a lot more realism when you're kind of programming your brain to think more realistically, to be able to respond to a real attack much more efficiently, you're much better trained because you have something more realistic that you're using as a training aid. So if you have a Bob training dummy, or if you want to get one, they're about, I think I picked this one up for about $279. They have other ones that are a smaller torso that you can use. I think are about $100, $150 or so. If you have dirt cheap gun training, if you go in there, we're putting in a blueprint for how you can actually make a three-dimensional target similar to this for under $20. So it's a lot easier, but this is one of the best training aids that you can use. So go ahead and make your own realistic training dummy for your at-home gun drills.